Whoa, what an awesome episode! What an awesome episode! Hi everyone, welcome back to another analysis video. Today I'm going to analyze everything that occurred on episode 14 of Higurashi Sotsu. As you know, it was quite an intense episode and we finally got new content. So let's begin right away. The episode begins where we left off, Rika discovering Satoko being the second looper and pointing her gun at her. The club, of course, is confused to what's happening, and when they see Satoko shoot Rika, they're in complete shock. Then we continue with Rika waking up near the same place again, where the rest of the club members are playing near a small river. Rika, of course, is in shock as she cannot believe that Satoko is the culprit. Then Satoko comes, stating that Rika just had another nightmare, but she's no longer fooled by her. Rika tries to confront her, but once again Satoko stabs her neck with the fork and continues stabbing her as she blames her for everything. Once Rika dies, Satoko commits suicide. This scene was just quite dark and sad, as the rest of the club members have no idea about the horrible tragedy that's happening right behind them. We then start the next loop where both Satoko and Rika are at their home preparing a meal. When Rika consciousness returns, Satoko wastes no time to hit her with the hot frying pan on her face. As Rika asks why, Satoko continues blaming her and her dream of going to St. Lucia's Academy. And this is how the big fight begins between Satoko and Rika. After Rika regains her consciousness, Satoko immediately attacks her and starts beating her face. And on the next loop, it's the same thing again, but this time, her face is completely destroyed. I mean, poor Rika doesn't even have the chance to fight back. As they're fighting, Satoko continues lashing out on her about her dream, her broken promises, and being a liar. Before Satoko can punch her, Rika finally fights back, and the scene it happens is during the dance performance. I mean, they've been teasing us about the importance of Rika's dance, and we're finally seeing why. As Rika finally fights back, the stage turns into flames, and she demands to know what's wrong about wanting to experience something new, and that if she were harder, it wouldn't be a problem. Satoko once again uses the same example of each having the talent for certain things and fights back. Then we start the next loop where Rika insists that she'll just have to make Satoko work harder, as this has been her dream to go to the academy with her before hitting her with a chair. This thing is clearly a reference to Higurashi hand, where Rika has just enough about Satoko's bullying attitude and hits her with a chair. As they continue fighting, Satoko insists that everything is her fault, that she failed a good class because of her, because Rika didn't bother to help her study, and she decided to hang out with different friends. Then the fight takes back to the school's roof, where Ren and Keiichi had an epic battle in Sumihoroboshi. I mean, the music is literally the same as the old anime, which really took me back to that amazing arc. Rika has Rena's weapon and Satoko has Keiichi's weapon. I mean, can things not get any cooler than that? Satoko continues to insist that she hates studying, despite the fact that she decided to memorize all 100 years worth of loops to keep Rika trapped in Hinamizawa. The battle is just amazing. The quality of the animation is stunning, gorgeous, and breathtaking. I just love that moment. Ewa, of course, is having the time of her life watching both Satoko and Rika fighting each other to the death because of their dreams. We then see Hanyu trying to break free, but only to get stopped by Ewa's staff. However, there's something interesting that Ewa says. She says that she'll do what she wishes if Hanyu can show her a miracle. The fight continues where both Satoko and Rika finally start talking in their real voices and finally drop the act, but unfortunately Rika is defeated in a very gruesome way. However, before she dies, she states that she knows of a way to kill her. Once the next loop begins, Rika manages to cut Satoko with the small shard in her possession. She then begins transforming and Satoko does the same. Then the battle begins between the two. I admit, this battle was amazing. It literally looked like a Dragon Ball Z battle. I was on the edge of my seat, daring not to blink for a second. I mean, the animation, everything was just stunning. It was just brilliant. It was breathtaking. I just love it so much. The moment the shark becomes whole with the Onigari-no-ryuuou, The fight for the sword begins and ends up in the same bridge where Satoko pushes Keiichi in Tatarigoroshi. Rika finally gets a hold of the sword and prepares to kill Satoko, but I know she cannot. If she really wanted to kill her, she would have already stabbed her. Despite everything that Satoko did to her, Rika still loves her and cannot bring herself to do it. Hanyu finally frees herself, but Ewa is much faster than her. But her words, she states that if her miracle is ready, then to use it already. If not, disappear entirely. I wonder what those words mean. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Honestly, I can't think of a theory or something that might happen. I mean, this is literally endgame now. Man, this episode was just stunning. They literally made up for the last two episodes, which were kind of not that great, but also not that terrible. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen now. I wonder, will they be able to wrap up Sotsu nicely? I really hope so. Also, I heard that the manga is going to have different answer arcs, so I'm looking forward to that. I wonder how different it's going to be. Honestly, I definitely recommend you read the manga. It's just amazing. There's a little bit more information. It's just great. Trust me, you are not going to regret it. And I'm very, very excited for those answer arcs that are gonna come up soon. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you for the next video.